I'm Alder Santos, and welcome to our channel, Legends of Baseball. When we talk about baseball legends, names like Babe Ruth, Sandy Koufax, and Randy Johnson often dominate the conversation. But there is one player who, with a career that defied expectations and the norms of the sport, etched his name into history with a unique and unmistakable style: Tim Lincecum. Known as the Freak for his ability to defy the laws of physics with an incredibly powerful pitch for someone of his stature, Lincecum was not just a pitcher. He was a spectacle. In his glory days, the mound was the stage where he shone, leaving audiences mesmerized and opponents completely baffled. In this video, we will dive into Tim Lincecum's fascinating journey, exploring how he went from a college prospect to one of the most dominant players in MLB in his generation. Tim Lincecum was not an ordinary athlete. With his relatively small physique for a pitcher and a technique that seemed almost magical, he redefined what was possible in professional baseball. 2 consecutive Cy Young Awards, multiple World Series titles, and unforgettable performances made him an icon. But his journey wasn't just about achievements. It was also about overcoming adversity, pressure, and the battle against the physical and mental decline that accompanies the life of an elite athlete. How could someone so brilliant burn so intensely, but for such a short time? What was behind the pitch that defied logic and the personality that captivated fans worldwide? Watch this video to the end and discover the incredible details of Tim Lincecum's career. From his moments of glory to the challenges he faced over the years, each part of his story is a true lesson in perseverance and talent. Don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments. What was the most memorable moment of Lincecum for you? Let's chat. In this video, we will explore not only Lincecum's numbers and achievements, but also the stories that shaped his career and legacy. We'll revisit the most epic moments, unveil the secrets behind his unique style, and analyze the inevitable comparisons to other great pitchers of his era. If you've ever wondered how such an atypical player managed to achieve so much and why his name still resonates as a legend even after his decline, get ready. Tim Lincecum's story isn't just about baseball. It's about what it means to defy the odds, reach the top, and carry the weight of a legacy. Tim Lincecum, known as the Freak, marked an era in baseball with his unique style and dominance on the mound. Despite a relatively short peak career, he left a lasting impression on the sport, especially during his time with the San Francisco Giants. This video explores his journey from his early days, through the peak of his career and historic achievements, to the challenges and reflections on his legacy. Timothy Leroy Lincecum was born on June 15, 1984, in Bellevue, Washington. From a young age, he showed a talent for baseball with a powerful arm and a competitive spirit. His father, Chris Lincecum, played a crucial role in developing his pitching mechanics, helping to shape what would become a unique and highly effective technique. Before reaching MLB, Tim played for the University of Washington team, where he quickly stood out. He set impressive records, won awards, and caught the attention of scouts. His ability to throw devastating fastballs and sharp sliders made him a rising star. In 2006, the San Francisco Giants selected Tim Lincecum with the 10th overall pick in the MLB draft. Many experts saw him as a risky pick due to his relatively small physique for a pitcher, but the Giants believed in Lincecum's undeniable talent. Tim Lincecum made his MLB debut on May 6, 2007, showing flashes of the dominance that would define his career. While he still had a lot to learn at the highest level, his performances indicated that he had the potential to be special. In his first full season, Lincecum established himself as one of the best pitchers in the league. He finished 2008 with a 2.62 ERA, leading MLB with 265 strikeouts. For his efforts, he was crowned National League Cy Young Award winner, becoming the youngest pitcher in Giants history to receive this honor. In 2009, Tim proved that his success wasn't a fluke. He posted another impressive season with 261 strikeouts and a 2.48 ERA, winning his second consecutive Cy Young Award. Few players in baseball history had achieved so much in such a short time. Part of what made Lincecum so special was his unique pitching style. His fluid and highly energetic mechanics, combined with his fastball and breaking pitches, confused hitters and captivated fans. He was a spectacle to watch, with his seemingly small body generating impressive force. In addition to his individual awards, Lincecum played a vital role in the San Francisco Giants World Series titles in 2010, 2012, and 2014. His postseason performances, particularly in 2010, were crucial to the team's success. In 2010, during the playoffs, Lincecum took his game to another level. In his postseason debut, he pitched a complete game against the Atlanta Braves, allowing only 2 hits and striking out 14 batters. It was one of the most dominant performances in recent history. After his dominating postseason debut in 2010, Lincecum continued to be the pillar of the Giants' rotation. His performances against the Philadelphia Phillies in the NLCS and in the World Series against the Texas Rangers were crucial. In Game 5 of the World Series, he faced Cliff Lee, one of the best pitchers of the era, and emerged victorious, securing the Giants' first title in San Francisco. Though he began to face challenges after 2010, Lincecum continued to find ways to contribute to the team's success. In 2012, despite an inconsistent regular season, he shone as a reliever in the playoffs, including a flawless performance in the World Series against the Detroit Tigers. Lincecum's transition to the bullpen during the 2012 postseason was a strategic move that paid off. He pitched effectively and added depth to the team, helping the Giants win their second title in 3 years. His willingness to take on a new role highlighted his dedication to the team. On July 13, 2013, Lincecum achieved one of the most memorable feats of his career, a no-hitter against the San Diego Padres. He struck out 13 batters in a masterful display. This achievement reaffirmed his ability to shine even in tough seasons. A year later, on June 25, 2014, Lincecum repeated the feat against the Padres, pitching his second no-hitter. He joined a select group of pitchers who have accomplished this more than once in their careers. The performance was a reminder of the brilliance that defined him. Though his direct contribution to the 2014 title was limited compared to previous years, Tim remained an essential figure in the Giants' locker room. The team won their 3rd World Series in 5 years, marking the end of a golden era for Lincecum with the team. After years of dominance, Lincecum began to face physical issues that affected his performance. The loss of velocity on his fastball and hip wear and tear limited his effectiveness. He went from being one of the most feared pitchers to someone struggling to find consistency. In 2015, after another subpar season, Lincecum ended his time with the San Francisco Giants. He tried to return to the highest level, signing with the Los Angeles Angels in 2016, but his performances showed that he was no longer the same player. Although his MLB career was shorter than many expected, Lincecum's impact goes beyond the numbers. He became a cultural icon, especially among Giants fans, with his laid-back personality and unique style of play. For many young pitchers, Lincecum is an inspiration. He proved that size or physical strength are not everything in baseball. His technique and dedication showed that it's possible to defy the odds and achieve greatness. Lincecum was always known for being reserved off the field. He avoided the spotlight and preferred to focus on what he loved most, playing baseball. This humble approach earned him the respect of teammates and fans. The 3 World Series titles in which Lincecum participated are part of a legacy that the Giants will never forget. He was the anchor of a team that became a dynasty and made baseball in San Francisco a force to be reckoned with. Even outside the game, Lincecum continues to inspire players who grew up watching his performances. Many modern pitchers study his mechanics and try to incorporate elements of his style into their own games. The influence of Chris Lincecum, Tim's father, was fundamental to his career. He helped shape the pitcher from childhood, and the bond between them was evident whenever Tim spoke about his journey. The nickname, The Freak, was not just a description of his talent, but also of his uniqueness. Lincecum brought a style of play and personality that captivated fans around the world, leaving an unmistakable mark on the sport. Tim Lincecum had something that transcended his on-field abilities, a charisma that captivated the crowd. With his relaxed smile, trademark long hair, and humble lifestyle, he became an accessible idol for fans. They saw in him not just an athlete, but a person they could relate to, someone who brought authenticity to the sport. Lincecum's pitching style revolutionized how many viewed pitchers in MLB. His unconventional delivery, combining flexibility and explosiveness, challenged traditional methods. This unique approach also inspired coaches to think outside the box when working with young talent. Before Lincecum, small pitchers were often underestimated. He changed that perception by showing that technique, hard work, and intelligence could compensate for any physical limitations. Today, he's an example for smaller athletes who dream of reaching the top. Although his decline was rapid, Lincecum handled the transition with dignity. He acknowledged his physical limitations and did his best to remain competitive. His struggle reflected the reality faced by many athletes as they age in high-level sports. Even during the tough times, Lincecum maintained a special relationship with the Giants fans. They continued to support him unconditionally, recognizing the impact he had on the franchise and appreciating the unforgettable moments he provided. Lincecum's career is also a lesson in persistence and resilience. He faced physical adversity and media criticism, but never gave up. His journey shows that, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, it's possible to keep fighting. Beyond his physical abilities, Lincecum was always praised for his mental game. He had an impressive ability to focus during high-pressure moments, which set him apart from many of his contemporaries. During his years in San Francisco, Lincecum was not just a player. He was part of the community. He participated in local events, interacted with fans, and became a symbol of the city's spirit. This connection made him an even bigger icon. Lincecum's 2 no-hitters remain celebrated as iconic moments in Giants history. They are frequently remembered in tributes to the team and are examples of the technical excellence he brought to the mound. The injuries Lincecum faced could have ended his career sooner, but he kept fighting. His time with the Angels in 2016, though brief, showed his determination to return to the highest level of the sport. Lincecum also left a lasting cultural impact on the sport. He inspired a new generation of fans, including young Asian Americans, who saw him as a role model for success and representation in baseball. Within the clubhouse, Lincecum was respected and beloved by his teammates. His work ethic and laid-back attitude created a positive environment that contributed to the cohesion of the group, especially during the intense World Series title runs. Lincecum was known for his ability to elevate his game in the most important moments. His capacity to step up during the playoffs made him a feared and reliable player when the pressure was at its peak. Even after his retirement, Lincecum's impact on modern baseball remains evident. Training techniques, biomechanical analysis, and strategies for pitchers often reference aspects of his style. Lincecum's journey is also a story of family support. His father played a vital role in shaping his career, and his family was by his side through the highs and lows. Although Lincecum stepped away from the spotlight after his career, he continues to be celebrated by fans and the Giants organization. Tributes and honors to the Freak are frequent in San Francisco. Tim Lincecum will always be remembered as one of the greatest pitchers in San Francisco Giants history. His contributions to the franchise are immeasurable, both in terms of performance and cultural impact. Lincecum played key roles in the Giants' World Series victories in 2010, 2012, and 2014. In 2010, he shone as a starter, delivering dominant performances that solidified the team's confidence. In 2012 and 2014, he took on more flexible roles, including bullpen appearances, showcasing his versatility and commitment to the team's success. In the later years of his peak, Lincecum accepted a less glamorous, but equally crucial, role as a reliever. His transition showed his humility and willingness to do whatever was necessary to help the team. His ability to adapt to the circumstances was another testament to his resilience. Among the most unforgettable moments of Lincecum's career are his postseason performances. He delivered one of the greatest pitching performances in playoff history in 2010, with 14 strikeouts in a game against the Atlanta Braves, cementing his reputation as an unbeatable pitcher under pressure. The nickname, the Freak, perfectly captured the essence of Lincecum. He was a phenomenon in every way. His small, slim frame, combined with an explosive arsenal of pitches, defied logic and captivated fans. The connection between Lincecum and manager Bruce Bochy was a key element of his success. Bochy knew how to get the best out of Tim, managing his strengths and weaknesses in a way that maximized his impact on the team. In addition to his on-field achievements, Lincecum became a prominent figure in MLB's pop culture. His laid-back style and unique personality made him a fan favorite, and he often appeared in advertising campaigns and community events. Lincecum's decline has also been studied by sports analysts and doctors, trying to understand how a player's mechanics and physicality can affect their longevity. This sparked important debates about training and maintenance in MLB. Lincecum helped revitalize baseball on the West Coast. His popularity brought more attention to the region, strengthening the Giants' fan base and inspiring young talent to follow in his footsteps. During the peak of his career, Lincecum accumulated impressive strikeout numbers. In 2008 and 2009, he led the National League in this category, showing his ability to consistently dominate opposing hitters. Coaches and analysts often cite Lincecum as an example for young pitchers looking to maximize their potential, regardless of physical limitations. His pitching style continues to inspire many. In San Francisco, Lincecum is more than a sports star. He is a legend. His contributions to the Giants are often celebrated at team events, and his presence is still felt in the local community. After retiring, Lincecum chose to live a quiet life. He opted to stay out of the spotlight, but this did not diminish the impact he had on the sport and on fans. If there were a dream Giants team, Lincecum would undoubtedly have a prominent place. His combination of talent, charisma, and legacy places him among the greatest players in the franchise's history. Although his career was relatively short, Lincecum is often compared to other baseball legends. His impact during his peak is considered as significant as many players with longer careers. Lincecum, with his Filipino heritage, also played an important role in increasing diversity in baseball. He became an icon for players and fans from various cultural backgrounds. Lincecum believed the game should be played with passion and lightness. He embodied this philosophy in every pitch, showing that it's possible to compete at a high level without losing the essence of the sport. Lincecum's impact goes beyond statistics. His cultural influence, the inspiration he brought to fans, and the way he played the game are invaluable parts of his legacy. Lincecum was a key figure in the growth of baseball in the 21st century. He personified the transition to a more dynamic era in the sport, where personality and talent shared the spotlight. His presence helped redefine how baseball was consumed and appreciated by new generations. Tim Lincecum was always close to the fans, both on and off the field. He frequently signed baseballs, took photos, and interacted with the crowd, creating a unique connection with the San Francisco community and beyond. Lincecum's laid-back lifestyle was often praised for its authenticity, but it also raised questions about the importance of maintaining a rigorous routine to prolong a career. He stayed true to himself, but his approach also became a subject of debate. With the rise of advanced statistics in baseball, Lincecum's performances gained even more attention. Metrics like FIP, fielding independent pitching, highlighted just how dominant he was during his best years, solidifying his reputation as one of the great pitchers of the modern era. In 2014, although his direct contribution was limited, Lincecum played a symbolic role for the Giants. His presence on the roster was a reminder of the team's collective journey, and his experience was valuable for the younger players. Lincecum's popularity helped expand the Giants' fan base. He attracted fans who might not have traditionally been baseball enthusiasts but fell in love with his unique approach and unquestionable talent. Lincecum's number 55 jersey became an icon. Even today, it's common to see fans wearing his jersey, symbolizing not only his contribution to the team, but also his bond with the community. Lincecum was known for being an excellent teammate. He fostered a spirit of camaraderie and often served as an inspiring figure, both for veterans and rookies. Lincecum helped break stereotypes about pitchers. He showed that size and raw power weren't the only indicators of success, inspiring many other athletes to challenge established norms. Lincecum became a cultural figure in San Francisco. He transcended baseball, being celebrated as an ambassador of the city and a model of dedication and passion. Young players often cite Lincecum as an inspiration. He showed that it's possible to reach greatness with a unique approach and total commitment to the sport. Baseball fans will never forget Lincecum's peak years. His moments of glory, especially his performances in crucial games, continue to be remembered as examples of excellence. Although he chose a quiet life after retirement, Lincecum occasionally reappears at Giants events, where he is warmly and enthusiastically received by the fans. For Giants fans, Lincecum will forever be a hero. His contributions to the team and the sport continue to inspire and are celebrated. Several documentaries and tributes have highlighted Lincecum's career, ensuring that his story continues to be told to future generations of baseball fans. Lincecum's era marked a period of transformation for the Giants, putting the team on the map as one of MLB's powerhouses during the 2010s. Although the Hall of Fame remains a debated issue, many believe that Lincecum's impact justifies special consideration, even without traditional longevity numbers. Lincecum's career is a reminder that greatness is not defined solely by numbers or longevity, but by the impact left on the game and on people's lives. Lincecum always emphasized that the important thing was to give your best. This philosophy continues to resonate in his life and in his influence on other athletes. Tim Lincecum may have hung up his gloves, but his legacy lives on. He embodies the beauty of baseball, a sport where talent, passion, and authenticity create heroes who transcend generations. Tim Lincecum versus Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw, the prodigy of the Los Angeles Dodgers, is widely considered one of the greatest pitchers of all time. While Kershaw was known for his consistency and longevity, accumulating multiple Cy Young awards and establishing himself as the cornerstone of the Dodgers rotation for over a decade, Lincecum shone brightly during a shorter period. Lincecum relied on his dynamic and unpredictable arsenal, while Kershaw built his career around surgical precision, a devastating slider, and an iconic curveball. Lincecum's approach was more explosive and risky, while Kershaw brought a calculated style that adapted well over time. Both found success in crucial games. Kershaw faced criticism for some struggles in the playoffs before capturing his title in 2020. Lincecum, on the other hand, elevated his game in the playoffs, playing a key role in the Giants' titles in 2010, 2012, and 2014. Tim Lincecum versus Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander was the embodiment of durability and adaptability. During Lincecum's prime, Verlander also dominated the American League, winning the Cy Young in 2011 and continuing as one of the most reliable pitchers for over a decade. Verlander is known for his ability to maintain his velocity and effectiveness throughout a complete game, often throwing complete games when needed. Lincecum, on the other hand, was more explosive in the early innings, with his exceptional speed and movement compensating for any endurance shortcomings. While Verlander continued to rack up awards and achievements, including an MVP and a World Series title with the Astros, Lincecum is marked by a specific period of dominance. The cultural and technical impact of Lincecum in the early years of his career was unique, but Verlander's longevity places him in a distinct category. Tim Lincecum versus Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer, known for his intensity on the mound and elite consistency, had a career trajectory that reflected more durability compared to Lincecum. While Lincecum was the unpredictable freak, Scherzer built his reputation around a fierce and relentless mindset. Both were fearless competitors, but Scherzer had a better ability to adjust over time, something Lincecum lacked after his physical decline. Scherzer accumulated Cy Young awards, won the World Series, and became one of the most feared pitchers. Lincecum, although having 2 Cy Youngs, is better remembered for his impact at the start of the 2010s. Tim Lincecum versus Felix Hernandez. Felix Hernandez, King Felix, shares many similarities with Lincecum. Both were young pitchers who entered the league with great expectations and quickly took control. Felix had a longer period of dominance, culminating in his Cy Young Award in 2010, while playing for a Mariners team that often didn't provide him with offensive support. Lincecum, on the other hand, had the fortune of being on Giants teams that were consistently competing for titles. Both Felix and Lincecum experienced similar declines, driven by drops in velocity and the inability to fully reinvent themselves. Both are remembered for their excellence at their peak, even though their careers ended sooner than expected. In addition to the names above, pitchers like Zach Greinke, CC Sabathia, and David Price also belong in the conversation about the great players of this era. What sets Lincecum apart is that he reached extraordinary peaks in a short period, while many of the other names had more consistent and longer careers. Lincecum may not have had the same longevity as his contemporaries, but the impact he had at the peak of his career is undeniable. He brought a unique energy and style to baseball, redefining what a dominant pitcher could be, even with a physique that was unconventional. While other pitchers are remembered for their cumulative achievements over decades, Lincecum will always be remembered as a brilliant meteor that lit up the sport at its peak. The career of Tim Lincecum. Tim Lincecum's career in baseball is more than a story of victories and accolades. It's a true journey of overcoming challenges and passion for the game. His trajectory, marked by moments of extraordinary skill and also by difficulties, reflects the essence of the sport, a balance between effort, dedication, and the acceptance that success is not always guaranteed. Lincecum, with his humble attitude and tireless dedication, showed the world that being great in baseball is not only about statistics or trophies, but also about how you remain steadfast in the face of adversity. He teaches us that the greatest champions are not defined solely by their victories, but also by how they deal with the defeats and challenges that arise along the way. Lincecum also represents the importance of a collective spirit in sports. Although he was a brilliant pitcher, he never stood alone. The team support, working together with other players, and mutual trust were essential for the Giants to achieve great feats, such as the 2010 title. This story teaches us that no matter how talented we are, we cannot achieve success in isolation. Collaboration and teamwork are crucial for any major achievement, whether in baseball or other areas of life. On the other hand, Lincecum's career also teaches us about the inevitability of change. Baseball, like life, is a game of highs and lows, and we will not always be able to maintain the same level of excellence forever. Injuries and physical decline are a natural part of any athletic career, but that does not diminish the impact of a brilliant journey. Lincecum's story reminds us that the true legacy of an athlete is not only in the peak of their performance, but also in how they handle the transition and the end of their career. Acceptance and adaptation to change are essential if we are to continue evolving, even when the circumstances around us change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content, and activate the bell for notifications. And be sure to leave your comment. Finally, Tim Lincecum's legacy in baseball will not be measured only by the victories or awards he earned, but by how he inspired a generation of players and fans. His story is a clear example that when we give ourselves fully to something, we can achieve extraordinary feats, no matter how difficult or improbable it may seem. The Freak became a legend because he not only dominated the game, but did it in his own way, never losing sight of what truly matters: the joy of playing and the passion for everything that baseball represents. Until the next journey, dear baseball fans,